this one and then yes, hello to each and everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening once again to all of our partners joining us in different parts of the world. This is Rico Kilao joining us all the way from Asia, from the Philippines. And I know it's a Monday for all of us. So it's Monday evening here in Asia, and I know for the rest of the world, it's morning there, it's afternoon there. So regardless of what time zone you are in, we are one opulence nation here gathered together to learn more about how we can build and grow our business. And as promised, we will get started with, of course, the mindset training on the importance of particularly what our topic is all about. I don't know about you, all right, but I have heard of the saying, okay? I have heard of the quote that the distance between your reality and your goals is what? Okay, can anyone share with me here from our participants what is the distance between your reality and your goals? This is a popular quote, actually. Okay, by the way, I have my hot chocolate here to get me a little bit warm, all right? So what is the distance between your reality and your goals? Okay. All right. So I don't want to keep you hanging, but according to that popular quote, I don't know who the author is, right? So it says there that the distance between your reality and your goals is action. Okay. Action. And in our business, that couldn't be more true. You can attend all the trainings, you can watch all the motivational videos, you can fill in your notebook all of the notes that you have learned, but unless you take action, unless we take action, myself included, all right, your business will stay exactly the same. Nothing will happen if your business if there is no action put to it, right? So let's be real. We all join this business because we want something more. We want to accomplish our goals. We want to achieve our dreams. That's the reason why when we saw the opportunity, we were given hope, right? We were given hope that finally something will change, something will happen that will allow us to achieve our dreams, our goals. And whatever those dreams are, whether it be financial freedom, whether it be more time with your family and friends, more time freedom, or probably you want to travel around the world. All right. So this may be the things or the dreams that you have seen when you join this business, right? But here's the thing. Dreaming is not enough because dreaming doesn't pay bills, right? Action does. Your vision board is not your paycheck. Your effort is, right? Once you do something with the opportunity that was given to you, then that's where the magic happens, right? So you don't need to be the smartest person in the room. You just need to be the one who moves, the ones who take action. Every presentation you do, every call that you make, every follow up that you do, that's actually a deposit. That's actually a seed that you put toward accomplishing your dream. All right. So um, imagine if you are in an airplane. All right, like in an airplane, you've got passengers. Okay, you've got passengers. You've got the destination, and the pilot of that is who? Right. The pilot of that is you. Okay. All right. You have an airplane. The pilot of that is you. Now, guess what? No plane ever takes off just by sitting on the runway, right? No matter how long you are excited about, your travel, excited about where you can go, but as long as you are in that runway and you're not moving, then nothing happens to you, right? You've got to push the throttle. You got to make the noise. You got to go full speed before you lift off. You got to take action. It's the same in our business. You can take off just by thinking about, I want to call someone, this is a great prospect. I know that he can be an instrumental part of the business. And sometimes we just keep on thinking, keep on planning, but no action, right? So even small daily actions create that lift and it creates momentum. So very, very important. My topic for today is about taking action. That's the reason why we cover this daily method of operation because nothing will happen. Nothing can change if we don't take action, right? So I went into a training before, and this is one of the things that caught my my attention, right? It says there that the reason why a lot of people are failing in this business is because of two things. Okay, two things. One is the fear. Okay, the fear, and the other one are the excuses. All right, all right. So they have a lot of excuses not to do the business. They have a lot of things that they are afraid of why they don't want to do the business. And the thing there is, one of the reasons, and what happens is when we have that fear, when we have that excuses, is that we procrastinate, we don't take action, right? But the cure for that, according to the trainer, and I was so pumped up after that, what he said, the cure for procrastination is by taking action. Okay, don't think anymore, just do it, according to the popular shoe brand, right? Just do it. Right? So we have all excuses like, I'm busy, I'm not good at talking to people, I don't know where to start, I don't know the compensation plan, I don't know a lot about how to grow this business. But you know what? Successful people feel the same fears. The only difference is they just act anyway. They just take action. Think of it this way. Every time you let an excuse win, okay, your dream loses. So whenever there is an excuse, the dream continues to go down. All right. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. We just need to be consistent. You don't have to know everything. You just need to be willing to learn and apply fast what you have learned. Because in our business, especially in network marketing, you don't get paid for what you know. You get paid for what you do. Let me repeat that. In our business, you don't get paid for what you know. You get paid for what you do. Right? Remember, every start of the year, we always have what we call our New Year's resolution. I want to go to the gym, right? Because this is the start of the new year. I want to be my new me, right? Everyone's fired up, all right? So, new goals, new dreams. Yeah, I want to develop a new habit. I want to commit. I'm motivated, right? But guess what? A few weeks after, or even a month after, half of them are gone, right? Why? Because motivation fades. And what keeps winners going is what we call consistency and the discipline to take action. Okay? So it's the same here. Some people start strong, but when it gets hard, the one who makes it are the ones who shows up every time. So that's why I congratulate each and every one of you for showing up each and every time. I know how you feel. Sometimes there are moments like, I don't want to attend anymore. I want to rest for a while. I don't know. So we have a lot of things going in our mind, right? But the one who succeeds, all right, the one who succeeds, what keep winners going is consistency and the discipline to take action. Okay, so they show up even when they see, even when they don't feel it. So you don't need to have a lot of energy to take action, because once you act, energy follows. Remember that, because sometimes we think about that, right? We think about, I don't have enough energy for now, so I don't want to go out, I don't want to talk to people, I don't want to call my partners, I don't want to call my prospects because I don't have that energy right now. But you have it backwards, because once you start acting, once you start taking action, the energy follows. And I have seen that many times. There are times like, you know what? Am I do I have enough energy to do this training? But guess what? When you're already taking action, the energy follows each and every single time. All right? Because you're already there. You're committing yourself already. Okay, so every time you share a story, every time you talk to a friend, every time you post something about your product in social media, every time you're doing that, you're actually planting a seed. Okay? So you might not see the results right away, but remember this: consistency always compounds. Okay? Each and every small action that you take, eventually it produces a lot of results. Okay? So how about 10 calls a day is better than 100 excuses, right? One presentation is better than 10 plans. One action today is better than waiting for someday. So even if you take one action each and every single day, when you sum it up, time will come. It will produce much bigger results. So stop waiting for the perfect timing, because there's no such thing. All right? Stop waiting for the perfect timing. Stop waiting to feel ready. The perfect moment is now. Okay? Can you say that to yourself? The perfect moment is now. The only thing standing between your reality and your goals is not your upline, it's not your leads, it's not your market, it's your action. Okay? So go out there, make the call, send the message, share your story, take those IGAs, income generating activities. The next rank, the next breakthrough, the next version of you is waiting on the other side of your action. Okay? And let me start this DMO with the truth that separates those who succeed from those who quit too soon. Anything worthwhile takes time, and your business is no different. Okay? Anything worthwhile takes time, so you need to be patient about it. Okay? And your business is no different. Okay? So that's why our topic for today is your daily method of operation. And I just want to I just want that to plant into your mind, because there are people who says that it's hard to take action when you don't have the right mindset, and that's very true, right? So that's the reason why we keep on feeding you with things that can nourish your mind, remind you, refresh you that you are just an action away towards the fulfillment of your dreams. All right. So the distance between your reality and your dreams or your goals is what? Action. Do it. Just do it, right? And I remember when our CEO was here, okay, when the first time that he does a training with us, we were just new. Sometime in 2019, he showed us this wonderful clip. I forgot his name, but I think it was Art Williams. Yeah, I remember that. Art Williams. And the message was, you just do it and do it and do it and do it. I don't know who remembers it, right? Actually, he showed it in one of the trainings. And do it and do it and do it and do it until it gets done. And that's how winners win. And do it and do it and do it until it gets done. Okay? So, what are the IGAs? That's what we're going to talk about, your daily method of operation. Thank you so much for your messages here. Maria is always uh, on fire here with her emojis. Okay, so let me share with you my screen about, of course, our topic for today. And I want to keep it as simple as possible. Just a reminder to each and everyone. I know I have covered this a couple of times already, but just a reminder to each and everyone how important our daily method of operation is. Because remember, in any business, there should be a system in place. There should be a list of things that you need to accomplish each and every single day. And this is what we call the DMO. DMO means your daily method of operation. Because without this daily method of operation, there is no action that is being put in your business. And of course, when there's no action, when there are no activities, there are no results. But sometimes people are confused. What action do I need to take? And this is exactly what the topic is all about, to allow you to focus on vital activities, vital actions that are important in growing your business. So the daily method of operation is a structured daily routine or checklist or of the things that you need to accomplish to stay productive and focused, because nowadays we have a lot of distractions. And if we are not focused on our daily method of operation, then chances are you won't be as productive as how you wish it to be, right? So these are also the activities that will grow your business. Now, there are two categories of networkers that will experience life-changing success. In our forensic networker training, we have basically 8 categories of networkers. But for this particular session, we are looking for people who want to experience life-changing success. And if you want that to happen in your business, you should fall into these two categories, mainly the part-time serious and the full-timer. Now, let's look at the qualities and qualifications of each one. So number one is, of course, first is the part-time serious, okay? The part-time serious is they have a full-time job. They have this 8 to 5 going for them. Nothing wrong with that. But the good thing about the part-time serious is that they also have another thing going for them. All right? This is what they call their part-time business. In our case, it's our part-time MLM business that takes up more than probably 25 hours per week. So you're working an 8 to 5 job, and after that, you work on your business. Now, what's exciting about this is that your part-time job is now your pathway, is now your stepping stones towards the fulfillment of your dreams. Your job is your the work that you do in order to achieve somebody else's dream, right? Your boss's dream or the owner's dream. But your business, your own business, is your pathway that you're taking towards the fulfillment of your dreams. And that's the reason why you should be more excited in doing your part-time business. Because every time you work on your own business, you're actually getting a step closer towards the fulfillment of your dreams. And that is the reason why this part-time serious is what we call the ENE. ENE means excited and exhausted. It's good to be exhausted when you are excited that you are getting a step closer towards the fulfillment of your dreams. They are ENE until you reach your financial promises, right? So consistent commitment to their MLM business, majority of this group will become full-time in less than 2 years. Now, why you need to commit? That's a question that I want to ask each and every one of you. Whenever you're starting a venture or something, whenever you're starting something that you see full potential in achieving so much for you, your dreams, your career, your retirement, why is it important to commit to it at least for a minimum of 2 years? Okay? Can anyone share why is it important to commit to at least a minimum of 2 years? In something that you know that can give you your goals or your dreams. Okay. All right. So team, let me know. Are you still here? All right. So why is it important to commit to at least a minimum of 2 years? Okay, because I will also share with you. And again, I don't want to keep you hanging of why this is important. Okay, why is it important to have at least a minimum of 2 years? Is because here it is. Okay, so let me start by saying that most people join our business. They are excited and they say that I will try it for a month. Let me see what happens for a month. Okay, but here's the problem with that. You don't build success by trying. Okay, I know our CEO has covered that before. You don't build success by trying. You build it by committing. When we say committing, you put in 100%. Whenever you want to do something, give it your 100%. Because in this business, if you only put 20%, you only get 20% of the results. You only put in 50%, you only get 50% of the results. But if you want to get 100%, of the results, you need to put also 100%. So you don't just build success by trying, you build it by committing. Okay? You may not see massive results right away. But the great thing, here's the mindset. Every time that you put something, action into your business, you're setting the foundation for explosive growth. Always remember that. You're putting in the pieces in order for the puzzle to be complete. So usually in year one, these are what we call the learning and building habits. Okay? Year one, learning and building habits. So it doesn't matter how long you are already in the business, but what matters is in the next 2 years, you will commit to give it your 100% best. Okay? Because in your first year, you're learning, not just about the products, not just about the business, but you're learning about yourself. You're learning how to talk to people. You're learning how to present. You're learning how to handle rejection, how to manage your time, which is very, very important. You're also breaking the old habits, the habit of quitting early, the habit of, doubting yourself, the habit of, being inconsistent. And all these things you're learning, especially if you're, putting 100% in year one. So the first year is not about earning big. Okay? Remember this. The first year is not about earning big, it's about learning big. Learning big. If you commit to grow through it, you'll already be ahead of most who quit too early. All right? So very, very important to stay on the course. Year one is learning big. Okay, it's about learning big. Now, on the next year, of course, you're now sharper. You know what works. You've built relationships. People are starting to trust you because they have seen you stay. They have seen you grow, and this is where momentum begins. Referrals start coming in. Your team starts duplicating. Your income begins to stabilize. Why? Because you have grown yourself. Remember what Jim Rohn said? When you grow, everything in life grows with you, right? So in year two, the seeds that you have planted in year one can start to grow. Okay? So success doesn't come from doing one big thing once. It actually comes from doing the small things consistently over time. Okay? Always remember that every small action that you put into your business, it can grow over time. So if you think about a farmer, right? If you think about a farmer when he plants something like for instance a corn, right? When he plants today, he doesn't dig up tomorrow to see if it's already growing, right? So what he does is he waters it daily, he waits patiently, and he trusts the process. Because you cannot rush growth. You cannot rush growth. You cannot take shortcuts. But you can ruin it by quitting early. And the hard thing about that is when you plant and you quit and it grows, somebody else will harvest for you. And we don't want that, right? So too many people give up right before their breakthrough, and too many people they were they were I remember the story of the one who was digging up a diamond, right? Digging up a diamond. They keep on digging and digging and digging. They put in a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of hard work, and they didn't know that they were just too close to that diamond already, right? And what they did was they quit. And they didn't know that they were just one conversation, one follow up, 1 month away from their success, one training away, one prospect away, but they stopped watering the seed. And we don't want that to happen in our business. Okay? So if you treat this like a short-term project, you'll only get short-term results. But if you treat it like a career, a commitment, a journey, that's when you'll see the transformation. Okay? So make sure that you give it ample time to grow your business, because sometimes people overestimate what they can do in 3 months. When you join in this business, you know what, in 3 months there would be a lot of changes already. I can improve. I can probably make more money by 3 months. Sometimes we overestimate what can happen in the next 3 months, but we tend to underestimate what we can achieve in 2 years. Okay, so commit today, not just for a week, not just for a month, but at least for a minimum of solid 2 years, that we will be putting all the action that needs to be done when it comes to our business. Because when we stay long enough, when we grow our roots, you'll rise. There may be times that you'll rise and you'll fall, but the good thing is your roots are deep enough for you to sustain all of the challenges, just like the bamboo tree, right? No matter how the wind, how strong the winds are, it just keeps on bouncing back. Why? Because you have already grown your roots. So this is the time for learning big and taking action. Okay? So just a little bit of a mindset training to you again. All right. So they figure out early that, like all other worthy ventures in life, it's not easy, but it is simple and definitely worth it. Okay. So the full-timer, the most important part of full-time, not to confuse their freedom with the not to confuse freedom to work when they want with working less. Sometimes because we think like we don't have a boss, we are already managing our own time, then we tend to work less. And that doesn't happen. When you are full-time, it means that you are putting in 100% of your effort, your energy, because you want to accomplish your dreams, your goals the soonest possible time. So time commitment to your business is essential for growth. When we say time commitment, you will do what you need to do regardless of what you feel, right? So that is what we call time commitment. So be careful to not fall for the self-employed trap many spiral into, because after all, when there is confusion, as our CEO always says, right? Confusion can lead to what? Demotivation, because you do not know what to do. All right? And then it leads to demotivation. And when you are demotivated, it leads to lack of action. And of course, when there's no action, there's no income, right? And when there's no income, then that's where financial crisis happen. So Forensic Networker Full-Time DMO Plan is the $1,000,000 tool for providing your path to financial freedom. So what are what we call IGAs, or the key activities that we need to focus on growing our business? So number one is, of course, prospecting and lead generation. Our LD Forenet did a wonderful, actually not just did, but continuously do a wonderful training about, prospecting, right? So very, very important is prospecting, putting enough time to add up to your leads, okay, to new contacts, new people that you can share our products, our opportunity, because after all, as we always say, the lifeblood of your business is the new blood. Our business should be 70 to 80% focused on developing new people, new prospects. Okay. So reaching out to new contacts or following up with existing leads, and also attending networking events. Now, another key activity, another daily method of operation that should be included in your schedule are follow-ups, checking in with prospects who have shown interest but haven't made a decision yet. Because according again to statistics, it takes around 5 to 7 follow-ups before someone decides to join you, right? So if you are not making that enough follow-up, then chances are your closing rates will be very low. And that's the reason why sometimes people, you know what? They quit because they don't see the results that they expect, right? So follow-up is very important, because for people, it is always not the right time when they are shown the presentation or the opportunity at first. Okay? It is not always the right time. Sometimes it takes time before they realize that this is an opportunity that is worth joining in, right? So follow-up is very important. So customer care, that's another thing. Following up on our existing customers, our VIP shoppers, ensuring that they have all the information and the support that they need. Okay, so very, very important as well, customer care. So prospecting, follow up, and customer care. What else? Team building. When we say team building, it's about communicating with our team members. It's about, our role as business builders is to what? Empower, inspire, and educate our team, right? Very, very important. So that's the reason why it should be part of your daily method of operation. Later on, I'll give you a summary of this, a checklist on the things that you need to accomplish for the day. Because remember, if you want to consistently and if you want to grow your business, all right, so sustainably, you should be able to have this DMOs put in place, all right, daily method of operation. So providing training and support, helping them to grow your business, to grow their businesses, okay? And then, of course, very, very important as well in your DMO is your personal development. It's about nourishing yourself, growing yourself by reading, listening to podcasts, or watching videos to improve mindset, skills, and motivation. Because how can you educate others if you yourself are not educated, right? If you yourself are not informed? What would be your output if you don't have an input, right? So personal development is also important in your daily method of operation. And another thing is the social media engagement, posting content, engaging with followers, and expanding your online presence. After all, the social media is a free advertisement, right? So why not utilize it? Why not maximize it? So each and every single day, if you are exposing your products, if you are exposing your opportunity, then there will be more chances that people will come to know what you are sharing with them. What are the solutions that you are providing to them? So again, the next three: team building, personal development, and social media engagement. Now, there is also an important aspect in our business because you cannot achieve your goals if you are not able to monitor and track it, right? So that's the reason why we have this MO box system, also known as the boss box, which is the tracking sheets that are the heartbeat of a forensic networker advanced system. So this is the system employed by our CEO. That's why he was able to build five multi-million dollar businesses. So it's basically something that allows you to be accountable for your business. So this boss box is actually have a tracking sheet. Okay, so the people that you have contacted, the people that you will follow up, the people that you need to talk to, the prospect list, all of those things. So this is what the boss box is all about. But we can do that training right now. It's actually in your back office. We also have it in our YouTube channel. So make sure that you learn about this, the MO box system, because after all, why you need this is because it serves as a patient and resilient boss. It holds you accountable to work your schedule as planned. Unlike people, MO Box does its job perfectly. And that's the reason why it's a box that you put in front of you in your office so that it will always remind you of the DMOs that you need to accomplish each and every single day. So when you miss your working days, the boss box knows it and it's perfectly organized of the calls you missed that you need to catch up on. Okay? And then, of course, what we call is the IGA. What is IGA? IGA is your income generating activities, specific tasks and actions that directly contribute to generating sales and expanding the organization. So there are a lot of things that you do on a daily basis. And we always say that, you know what? Activity doesn't equate to productivity, right? So we should focus on the things that can bring results to our business. Okay? So there are actually a couple of IGA examples here. Number one is your creating your promise list. Why is this important? Of course, creating a promise list is your roadmap, being able to visualize the things that you want to accomplish in your business. You should have a target. What is your target for uh, um, what is your target for the month? What is your target for the week? What is your target for the day? So creating and setting a target is very important because, again, according to Zig Ziglar, if you aim at nothing, you will hit it every time. And sometimes people tend to be distracted. They focus on what they are doing because they don't have a specific target that they are working on, right? Another thing is write your 2-minute story and learn the success stories of other partners. Why is this important? Why is this an IGA? Because your 2-minute story is your pathway in order for you to communicate and inspire and make people curious about the solutions that you can provide them. Work on your 2-minute story. Make your story very powerful. And as you go and share it, it becomes, you know what? It becomes better and better the way you package your story. I call it a blockbuster story, right? Remember that? The blockbuster story. Every time you share that amazing blockbuster story, people will get inspired by it. People may want to take action because of that story. And every time you share it with as many people as you can, many will benefit from it. And who knows, right? Who knows that these stories can go on and on. Time will come that when you go to a certain place, you have already a huge followers in those places. Every time you share the story, someone is inspired, right? Not just about the product, but as well as for the business on how your life was changed because of this opportunity. All right. And people love stories. That's what's retained each and every call, each and every tour that we do. They don't remember the Norwegian spruce tree, all of those technicalities, right? They remember the stories, the life transformation. And we should get better at this. on how we improve on sharing our 2 minute story, right? And then another ICA is prospecting, reaching out to potential customers or business partners. Very, very important. Okay. The reason why we are doing the tours each and every single time is we want to expose our products, our solutions, our opportunity to as many people as possible. And you know what? Every time we share our tours, people are inspired by it. Most of them, not all of them, but most of them are inspired by it. How come I always get the reaction? How come I haven't heard of this before? Your product is so powerful, your opportunity is so powerful. How come I haven't heard of this before? How many times have you shared your story? How many times have you presented the opportunity? It's just a matter of presentation. Because I myself, all right, I was amazed when I saw this, right? And I know that the people you will be sharing this opportunity, not everyone will be amazed, but many of them will, right? And then, of course, inviting prospect to tours, meetings, or webinars to learn more about the products or business opportunity. Now, there is a system for this. If you become a master inviter, then that's a good thing, right? So learn how to become very good in invitation. Of course, presenting. And that's the reason why we have our QT and QP, so that you can be trained on how to become good or great presenters. Okay? Because remember, this business is not about your upline doing the business for you. This is not about the company doing the business for you. What we would want to see is your independence, that you can basically do the business whenever you want, wherever you want. You have the freedom to do the business by yourself, right? So you should learn the skills on how to do it on your own, conducting one-on-one, conducting home meetings, conducting tours. Because if you continue to depend on our upline to do it for us, then our time, then we are limiting our business, right? All right. You are the CEO of your business. You always hear that, right? So make sure that you understand all of these things. And then closing, following up with prospects to answer any questions, address objections, and help them make the decision. And of course, the objection thing, I thank LD for Rene last Saturday for doing an amazing training when it comes to handling objections. Okay, so that's one of the things that I love to always hear, right? And then follow up, keep in touch with leads who have shown interest. So very, very important. And of course, training, okay, onboard new partners and teaching them the skills and knowledge when they need to start generating income. So that's the reason why we have this, what we call the launchpad training. So the launchpad training is very important because it allows you to understand more or deeply what the business is all about. Because the key there is that you know what your business is all about, so that you can also train it and let others duplicate you. All right. Imagine if you have multiple people doing trainings in your organization. Guess what it will do for your business, right? So it's very, very important that you yourself are equipped for training, and then you yourself are training your team to equip them also for training. Okay. And then, of course, customer retention, engaging with existing VIP. So this is what I talked about earlier. It's about connecting with your customers, doing some follow-up calls with them, support calls, team building, and of course, connecting with them. Okay. And then promoting events, encouraging prospects or team members to attend company events. So very, very important is that whenever there is a tour, whenever there is an event happening in your market, as well as events happening outside of your market, we promote them. All right? Because you'll never know, when you keep on promoting, someone else from other parts of the world is interested to, to participate. And guess what? You're actually leveraging yourself. So imagine you are there in Canada, we have an Asia conference in Bangkok, and you keep on promoting our Asia conference, and someone in your social media knows someone from that market and become interested, then guess what? Even if you're not there, it will be good if you're there. But if it won't allow you, if you're not there and they attended and they become a part of this opportunity, wow, that will be amazing, right? So imagine that. You can leverage your business by promoting all of the events happening in different parts of the world, even if you're not there. Okay? Why miss that opportunity? All right? So that's one thing. So these are what we call IGAs. So, and of course, your promise list, we talked about this earlier, right? So your promise list is your why has to make you cry. Now, for me, why is this important? Is because our business have a lots of ups and downs. There's a lot of peaks and valleys, right? There's a lot of challenges, right? But if we are not clear on what we want to accomplish in our business, chances are we're gonna quit. As for me, the reason why I always have my vision board in front of me is that each and every single day I am reminded that I have a task, I have a mission for today. Each and every day counts, right? So your why has to make you cry. It should be something that strikes your heart, all right? It should be something that is truly powerful, that no matter what the challenges arrives, your dreams are bigger than those challenges. I won't stop. I won't let those dream stealers steal my dream away. I don't want let those rejections steal my dream away, because I have a bigger vision, a bigger goal with my family. I won't let them stop me. All right? And that can happen if your vision is clear, if your promise list is clear. Okay? Should be specific and meaningful. And of course, you should have one for each important category in your life. And that's the success. That's the secret of the successful people. They know what they truly want to accomplish in their life. It's very clear to them. No matter what it takes, I'll get it. No matter what happens, I'll get it. Okay? They have already decided. And I remember what Napoleon Hill said, right? Napoleon Hill said, success, being success conscious, all right? If you are success conscious, then you will be then you can achieve success. If you always have that in mind, if you exactly know what you truly want, then nothing can stop you. Okay? All right. So promise list, 3 simple steps, clear defined vision and the date of where you want to be. We did an amazing vision board session with our team a couple of weeks ago, and we have it, of course, in our vision board. So it should be a clear defined vision and the date of where you want to be, honest evaluation of where you are now, and plan of action to go from step 2 to step 1. Okay, so as simple as that, you can create that vision board, have it always in front of you every single day, review it, remind yourself of the reason why you are doing what you are doing. Okay, so and then another important thing is the prospect list. Okay, make a list of all the people you know, phone contact list. Now I love the mindset of when you are writing this when you are writing your prospect list. Number one, do not pre-qualify. Okay, do not pre-qualify. Do not think that they might not need the business. I might be embarrassed to share it with them. They might not be interested. When you think about what people will think about you, chances are your list will be limited. All right. When we say list of people or prospect list, it just tells you to list them down. As simple as that. List all the people that you know. List all the people that you know, because you'll never know who will be interested with the opportunity and product that you will be offering until you share it with them. So don't prejudge, don't pre-qualify. Just make a list of all the people that you know, from your phone contact list, from your social media pages, anyone, okay? Regardless of their status in life, just list them down. We come across a lot more people than we realize when we are doing our weekly activities. And I love what LD Foreign shared with us while he was here. You don't go out to do the business. Okay? You don't go out, you think like, today I will go out and talk to people, right? But what he does is he goes he do his business as he goes out. Okay. So every people that he meet, that's a potential customer. All right, it may be your barber, it may be the bank teller that you're talking to. It may be the parents that you meet when you pick up your children. As he goes out, he is actually doing the business. All the people that you come across to are potential customers, right? All right, so you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And I'm a very big fan of Kobe Bryant, and probably this is one of the things I will end up. I'm a big fan of Kobe Bryant, right? Unfortunately, he passed away, but a lot of people hated him, but a lot of people also liked him. Why? Because of his what we call the Mamba mentality. When we say Mamba mentality, he doesn't accept defeat. He always trains, works hard. He puts in all the effort that is needed. He is not the most talented when it comes to basketball. He is not the tallest. He is not the strongest. But what he has is the mentality to get things done. The mentality to train as much as he can. The mentality to learn from the people he admires. And that's why when Phil Jackson was asked, who was better? Is it Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant? Of course, they are both great, but what Phil Jackson said was Kobe Bryant's mentality. When it comes to mentality, it's Kobe Bryant. He wakes up early in the morning, and a lot of players have attested to that. They went out partying, and when they got home, when they went back to their hotel early in the morning, Kobe Bryant was drenched in sweat. And no wonder he was considered to be one of the greatest of all time. And do you know that he also has the record for the most number of missed shots? And that's the reason why it says here, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. He holds the record for the number of missed shots. And that's why he is great. All right? Always remember that you don't have to be perfect. You just have to take on taking shots. All right? And of course prospecting, right? So yeah, of course we cover that as well. Okay? So anyway, I'll probably end with this, and of course make sure that you work on your 2-minute story. These are the shots that we're going to take. Every time you share a story, you're taking a shot, right? You're taking an attempt. Every time you share it with someone, you're taking an attempt. And the more attempts you make, the more shots that you're going to make, the more yes that will come along your way. Always remember that. It's not about how talented you are. It's not about how good you are. But as you keep on taking those shots, as you keep on sharing your story, as you keep on doing those attempts, guess what? You'll get better and better. You'll get stronger and stronger. And the more shots you take, the more results that you're going to have. All right? So never give up, never stop, never quit. And of course, just take action. Just do it and do it and do it and do it and do it until it gets done. All right? Wow. Thank you so much. Do you have any questions so far? Yes, MC, over and over and over and over again. Consistency always beats talent each and every single day. All right? All right. So by the way, again, just a reminder to each and everyone, 2 things. Number 1 is we have our Asia conference happening on November 23 and 24. Make sure that you are sharing those posters. Again, you'll never know that someone in your social media might be interested to participate. And while you are there in your local country, you're actually promoting your business in a different country, and who knows, right? So make sure that you keep on sharing those events. And then next thing, of course, it's already month-end closing. So make sure that you check on your qualifications, whether it be MGRS, whether it be Car Club bonus, whether it be your variance bonus, all of those things. Check your back office and make sure that you qualify for each and every one of those bonuses. We still have a couple of days more before our month end. Okay, make sure that you call your team, remind them, not just you, remind them, make those last minute calls, remind them. How about your MGRS? How about your binary qualifications? You might have volume in your CV that will be cycling this coming Sunday. And of course, make sure that they are qualified. And just a reminder to them, just a team support. Just, the reason why we do that is because we always say that, we always care for our team. Okay? We follow up because we care for them. We want them to be reminded of not to miss any opportunity that are available for them. Okay? And as promised, I also have here, I know I shared this a couple of times already. I have here a checklist. Where is it? Oh, now it's gone. There you go. Okay. So a checklist of what we have discussed for today. Probably this might be helpful to you. You can, leave it in your phone. This can be your daily method of operation checklist at the start of the day. As for me, this is what I use. I always remind myself about this, to pray and thank the Lord that this is going to be another exciting day that you have created for me, right? So that's very important to remind yourself that you are connected to a source. And then, of course, read something or watch something that will be motivational for you to get your mind right. Listen to a podcast or a training session or attend a training, especially the Monday training, right? Don't forget that, okay? And then business building activities, the core four: prospecting, following up, and then presenting, okay, showing the plan, and then of course serving your customers. That's what we have discussed. And then number three is building team activities, encouraging or coaching someone, at least one teammate per day in your team. Show to them how to become rank advanced, how to become LD1, right? And then share a motivational message or tip in your team chat, reminder, a training, right? And then recognize someone's effort or success. Very important, the recognition. Wow, congratulations for your new LA, LAP, LADE. Congratulations on your qualification, all right? So make sure that each and every effort is recognized. And then, of course, another DMO is post one piece of value-driven content on social media. So something that you can share. Always go to the Opulence Global page. There's always content there. Just keep on sharing. You'll never know who will be engaged or who will be curious about what you will be posting for the day. Okay? And then engage with at least 5 to 10 people's posts. Make sure that we also support our team who keeps on posting. Okay? We should encourage one another, especially in the Opulence Global Nation. Whenever you see some post, it's just a click away, right? Just like, love. Make sure I always select love. Okay? So engage with at least 5, because you know what? When their posts become what do you call that? Become viral, or they have more likes, then it means that you are also promoting your own business, regardless of whose post it is, right? And then, of course, end of day reflection. Write one thing you're grateful for today. Okay, always have that attitude of gratitude, and then evaluate your performance. Okay, what are the things that I need to improve on? Okay, and don't beat yourself up, especially if you are just achieved, let's say 10%, 20%. The good thing about that is that you realize that you have not done anything for today, but tomorrow will be a different day, right? Always have that mindset that tomorrow is gonna be another great day. Okay, and then plan your tomorrow's top 3 priorities. And this is just a simple reminder of our daily method of operation based on what we have discussed today. And that being said, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here today. Don't forget our what do you call this? Our crossfire, product crossfire. So I have actually a meeting tomorrow with a uh, big business builder. Okay, so pray for me. We're truly excited to partner with them, and we will be doing a big presentation with them first, of course, planning out what we will do with their team. and hopefully they will be on board with us. Okay. So don't forget, Product Crossfire happening at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Monday today, and that's Tuesday for Asia at 8 a.m. And then on Tuesday we're gonna have our Launchpad training. Okay, so Launchpad training is at 9 p.m. For Asia. It's Wednesday at 9 a.m. All right, and then at the evening of Wednesday we also have our FOL tour and testimonials. Okay, so make sure that you also participate in that. It's 8:30 in the evening. All right. So that being said, if there are no more questions, thank you so much to each and every one of you. I hope that you have gained something out of this call, and always suggest on what topics to cover for next time. And I'm more than willing to share with you anything that I know and that can help you build and grow your business. And of course, my prayer is that you will have a productive, a fruitful week ahead. May God bless the works of your hands. And of course, may you continue to inspire other people, help them become, of course, improve their life, right? So that's our mission. We are here to help people improve their life. And I pray that you will be a big instrument of that wonderful blessing. Okay? All right. Thank you so much to each and everyone. May you have an amazing week ahead. And of course, we are one team, one dream, one system, building the billion. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Fedeline. Good night, Miss Feds. All right. And thank you, MC. Yes, thank you, Rene. Thank you, Henry. Yes, thank you. And of course, to all of our Maria, thank you so much. Wow, thank you. And Itzalo, thank you so much. Bye, everyone. Have an amazing week. Bye-bye.